She's the creature parents warn their children about. The figure whose shadow lurks at the edge of dark forests, ready to strike at the unprepared. A being so feared and powerful that her presence alone has cast a chill over countless generations. She's not the kind of witch you find in bedtime stories, safely defeated by a brave hero. No. She's something far darker, a twisted embodiment of fear, chaos, and ancient magic that has haunted the tales of Eastern Europe for centuries. Her name is Baba Yaga, a figure synonymous with terror itself, a nightmare that continues to stalk the Slavic forests to this day. What makes Baba Yaga so deeply unsettling is her grotesque appearance. Picture an old woman with a skeletal frame, skin that seems to sag off her bones, and iron teeth sharp enough to tear flesh. Her nose is so long and pointed that it stretches down to her chin. There is nothing comforting about her. She's a nightmare come to life, and she's not afraid to show it. And unlike other witches who might have a broomstick for flying, Baba Yaga prefers something far more bizarre and creepy. She rides around in a giant, human-sized mortar, steering it with a massive pestle. She doesn't just float peacefully, she moves through the air with a disturbing, otherworldly grace, leaving destruction in her wake. As she flies, she sweeps away her tracks with a broom, erasing any trace of where she's been, like a ghost vanishing without a trace. Baba Yaga's reputation as the most disturbing witch in history isn't just about her grotesque appearance or her eerie otherworldly transportation. It is rooted in the bone-chilling and heinous act she's known for in Slavic mythology. Her dark deeds go far beyond what you would expect from a witch, making her a figure of fear and dread in countless stories. One of the most infamous tales describes how Baba Yaga would lure unsuspecting travelers into her hut with the promise of safety, food, and shelter. Those who accepted her hospitality would soon find themselves in a nightmare. Once they were lulled into a false sense of security, Baba Yaga would reveal her true nature, capturing them and cooking them alive in her massive ever-burning oven. It is said that she could make an entire feast out of a single unfortunate soul. In another absurdly horrifying tale, Baba Yaga was known to steal shadows. If someone wandered too close to her domain in the dark of night, she would cast a spell that separated them from their shadow. She would then take the shadow back to her hut, locking it in a jar to keep for herself. Without a shadow, the victim would slowly lose their mind, becoming pale and weak as if their very essence was being drained. According to the story, Baba Yaga would use these captured shadows to do her bidding, sending them out at night to steal secrets, hunt travelers, or even steal livestock from nearby villages. The only way to retrieve a stolen shadow was to complete a series of impossible tasks set by Baba Yaga herself, usually involving gathering rare herbs or outwitting magical creatures, tasks that most never survived. These tales come from a wide variety of Slavic folklore, particularly Russian, Ukrainian, and Polish sources. Baba Yaga's acts and her ever-shifting character are well documented in collections like Russian fairy tales by Alexander Afanasiev and The Bathhouse at Midnight by William Francis Ryan, both of which explore the depth and complexity of Slavic folklore. These sources show that Baba Yaga, not just as a witch but as a trickster figure and a force of chaos that embodies the darkest aspects of nature and human fear. Her legend has been passed down and altered over centuries, blending horror with the absurd and making her one of the most unforgettable and bizarre witches in mythology. But now, I want to hear from you. What do you think of Baba Yaga? Does she deserve her reputation as the most disturbing witch in folklore, or do you think there is more to her than just terror and cruelty? Let me know in the comments down below.